Today's going to be a good show. I feel it in my bones. Let's see who's in the chat. Of course, we got Randy Adams, my man, and then Fluffy. We're going to hold tight and see who comes in a little bit. Let's see. We have a very cool guest today. Very, very cool guest. Let's see. All right. People are coming in. Nice. Nice. So, real quick, guys, who is going to go shoot this week? Who's shooting this weekend? Houston is going to get a cold front this weekend. Hopefully, it lasts all until Sunday, so I can go shoot outdoors and not sweat 500 pounds off, because it gets bad. When you're husky and you're out there shooting, it gets a little rough. All right, we got Jesus. What's up, buddy? So Liz Cheney lost today. That's always nice. She lost last night. That's always a good sign. Let's see. All right, so everything checks out. Computer's up and running. JJ, what's up, man? How are you doing, buddy? Mr. Mike McClune, what's up? Philly Patriots, VSO Gun Channel this weekend. Amateurs, come on, man. I wish I could do this full time, buddy. Trust me. But if you don't know, my job has been keeping me busy about 50 hours a week. So YouTube is taking kind of a back seat for a little bit, unfortunately, because I have a lot of stuff to do. Let's see. C6 Ladez, what's up? Extreme Racer, Pew Pew. Nice. Nice. What's up? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. ADXR 920, what's going on? B Noise, Chris Drew. All right. So like I said, today we have a very cool guest. And you know what? I don't even think I need to introduce him, because if you watch my show, you've heard me talk about him once or twice. And you probably already subscribed to his show. So without further ado, the one, the only, Chris with the Honest Outlaw Show. What's up,
man?
Hold on, let me make sure my volume's up. Everything's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Nice. Man, so first, thank you so much for coming on. I know you don't do a whole lot of these.
Yeah, I'm just busy.
So your wife was nice enough. She was probably twisting your arm.
Oh, to do this?
Yeah.
No. We had a leak, our toilet leak today. And then the guy was trying to fix it, cut our electrical wires to our house. So we've had quite a day.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad you're still in a good mood though.
Oh yeah. Well, there's always beer.
Yeah, man. So we met at the Gundies, and it was cool because the first time I saw one of your reviews, I think you were doing the X5 Legion. And I was on the fence about buying it, and I was at the gun show, and I'm scrolling through some videos, and then yours popped up, and I was like, all right. And I just skipped to the end. You gave it your seal of approval, and that was the first of a few that you're responsible for me buying. So appreciate that. My wife doesn't appreciate that, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I have some people that do that to me too. I hear you. Fucking X5 Legion's a really good gun.
I love it.
Legion's a really good gun too.
Yeah, my wife just had a regular SIG P320, and then she shot that one. So now I have a regular SIG P320, and she has the Legion. So
yeah, that's how that works, right? I had a Spectre comp until I didn't. So that's why I reviewed the new SIG macro today. That's gonna be my little boy, I guess. I'm gonna put the custom trigger in it, I think.
Nice. So is that the last video you just did?
Yeah, we put it up today, just like a couple hours ago.
Yeah. So what did you think about the Gundies as an event? Congratulations again on winning, because that was some stiff competition, man.
Yeah. So I was up for it for 2 years previous, and I lost the Grand Thumb. So I was laughing, and we were messaging back and forth like what the chances were. Yeah, and I got it. I don't know if it was rigged or what, but I'll take it.
No, I thought it was great. It was a really cool event. I thought
Yeah,
it was a
was that
great
your first
event.
time, or did you go the year before?
No, that was my first time.
Oh yeah, so this was the coolest one for sure. I went to the first one in Vegas, and it was kind of everybody got really really drunk, and shit got a little sideways.
Yeah, that's what Vegas does.
Yeah, I met Jerry Mitchell for the first time there though.
Yeah,
That was
that guy
pretty
is really cool. His daughter is really cool, but it's weird
yeah,
when I see him side by side. I can't see her without him.
yeah, yeah. It is kind of weird. She's really cool though. I've met them quite a few times. Lena more, just because she's always at the events and stuff. But
Yeah, she's
Jerry's
very
like
cool.
the reason why I started shooting like this. So yeah, I can't thank that guy enough.
All right, let's check the chat real quick. We got Brett J, my man in Tennessee,
I
Salt
wish
of the
I forget
Earth,
how to look at it. I got to look at it through another window.
Dale, William. And if you have questions for Chris, do me a favor. Could you write question and then type the question out just so I can see it in the chat a little bit easier?
So bad at these.
Oh man, nice. Brett J is a good guy. Gear Know How. Oh man, Gear Know How. It's another solid YouTuber. VSO Gun Channel is right here too. Look at this.
Oh, nice. I was watching his channel the other day. His suppressor brake comparison. That was a really good video. That was quite a contraption.
Yeah, I like his no
Oh,
nonsense approach too. It's
yeah,
good. It's solid. And I don't know about you. So like, I do YouTube as a hobby now for now, and I don't really have time to watch a lot of YouTubers. So between the firearm guy, Dan, you, VSO, there's not a whole lot I have time to where I'll stop and I'll do some. Well, Jared, if you know Guns and Gadgets, I watch him pretty much every day just so I know what's going on.
yeah. He's my buddy, but God, he makes me so sad because his videos always make me sad.
I know it's never like, hey, guess what happened today? I won the lotto.
Victory.
You
know? No, it's all just fucking craziness. It's current administration, though.
Yeah, it is out of control. So you're born and raised in Iowa?
No, I was born in Orange, California. It's right in LA. I
No
moved
kidding.
5. Yep, I've lived a bunch of places, but Iowa's where I've lived the most. I
No
went.
kidding. I'm a refugee from California myself. I moved to Texas about 12 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My dad doesn't like cold weather, but you know, it is what it is. My mom won out.
Yeah, it's funny. I used to be real nitpicky when I film videos because if there's like a little breeze and it messes up the mic, I get really upset. And I think of your videos, I'm like, well,
Oh yeah,
shit.
just massive amounts of wind noise all the time.
Yeah, I have like a 2-second breeze I got to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
let me show you something. Let me show you a picture I was going to put up for the talk tonight, but my wife took one look at it and she's like, "You can't put that picture up." I go, "Why not? It's a good picture." She goes, "Not of you."
Oh,
So hold on, I got to show this to you. It's funny. Everyone in the chat, you'll think this is pretty funny too. So I was going to put this picture up.
well,
And my wife took one look at it and she goes, "You look like his fat prom date. What the fuck?" I was like,
well, just
hey.
a little shorter is all.
I was like, "I don't look that bad." She goes, "Babe, trust me. You don't want to put that up."
Well, it sucks because I was probably wearing my cowboy boots, and I'm 6'4.5", but when I wear my cowboy boots, I'm like 6'6". They look ridiculous. You know who's big though? You ever been hung out with the Hickok guys? I had never met Mr. Hickok, but I've met his son. He's a big guy.
So he trolled me in one of my videos.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I was heading to IV-88, but there's a store in Atlanta I really like called True Prep. So I called and I was doing just a tour of their store. It's if you ever get a chance to go check it out, it's called True Prep.
Okay.
And it's everything all in one-stop shop. Great store. And so I walk in the door and the manager's talking to Hickok. And she goes, "Oh, I got 2 famous YouTubers here now." I go, "No, you got 1 famous YouTuber. I could carry his bags."
Hey, you're famous too.
Yeah. Roadside bathrooms, maybe, but
right. I'm famous in gun stores. That's what I say.
If you go to an academy in Houston, that's where people are like, "Hey, I know you're the ammo guy." I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Houston's a good spot. I was there. I guess I was there. Just a couple months ago.
Yeah, were you here before the Gundies, right? You guys flew into Houston.
Yeah, we went back there and did a terribly misguided vacation.
Should have called me.
Yeah, it sucked. It was terrible. We stayed on the wrong side of town. I should have told you about it.
Oh man, it's
Okay.
rough. My wife is a big fan of your wife, by the way.
Oh yeah, my wife, she's crazy. She's such a
But
badass.
she told me she goes, she saw that one video recently where you called her a tactical midget, and she goes, she must love him a lot because she has a gun loaded in her hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think she'd shoot me, but she might throw it at me. She might unload it and throw it at me, maybe. I was giving her, man, she was hard to live with me today. I was having a bad day and she had to put up with all my shit today. So more power to her.
Yeah, I got to talk to her a little bit at the Gundies, man. She's really cool. Now she helps you film all your stuff too, or
Oh yeah. So she's my photographer. I used to just have her do the video, but now she does the editing and everything. We're pretty much a little full-time operation now.
are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah. She used to own a photography company. I used to own a tree company, and I don't know. We just decided we wanted to work together as a family. So that's what we're doing. Stay home, work on
Editing,
videos all day. Yeah. Yeah.
editing is the worst. It
Well,
takes the longest.
it's a lot easier than tree trimming, though. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah. All right, let's check the chat, see if anybody has any questions. All right, let's see. What's up? I just bought the SIG P365X macro. That's
I like
cool.
that gun. Have you shot that yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, yeah. What experience do you have with the P365s?
I did a video where I changed a slide on it. Someone sent me some slides and I changed it. I shot it. I liked it,
A little small.
but it was a little small for my
Mhm.
grip. And then the same with the original Springfield Armory Hellcat. It was just
Mhm.
too. I didn't like, even with the extended mag, that little gap was right in my pinky.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hated it. So
I didn't like the Hellcat either. People were mad, but
I like the Hellcat Pro a lot because it's a little bit longer grip and it fits me perfectly.
yeah, I like that gun as well. I was talking about that size and weight profile is going to be the new hotness, and then all of a sudden the X the P365X macro comes out. I think there's going to be a lot of guns in that size now. Because, I think, what is it? Smith has one too, right? The Performance Center 4-inch.
But maybe.
I
So
don't know if they have a 15 or a 17 yet.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't know a whole lot about guns.
A lot of out there, dude.
Like,
It's all I do all day.
I'm pretty much out there and I tell everyone, like, look, I'm learning along with everyone else. I buy a gun, I do a 20,000 foot review of it. Do I like it? Yes, why, no? Does it shoot? Is it reliable? I like it.
I'm totally opposite. I got to know everything. I got to know what everybody said about it. I got to find every bad and good thing. I got to measure it like incrementally against the other things in its class. That's like my quest. I'm trying to find the best thing for every purpose, best
Right.
carry gun, best competition gun. So it's all like a big long running experiment.
Smash, I just watched his new video on the SIG. I just got the SIG X macro on Monday. Nice. Dan the Wolfman said, how long have you both done jujitsu? I'll let you go first.
I did it for 3 years, no gi, and I hurt myself so many times. I got a little old, took a break, and haven't done it since, sadly.
You miss it?
Yeah, but I'm a boxer at heart. I like jujitsu because I grew up in Iowa and I used to wrestle, but I like striking sports a little more, so I still box every day. I
Oh,
just
nice.
I wanted enough grappling to stay upright if I needed to.
Right. I did, I call it fat jitsu.
Yeah, mine was fat jitsu too, but I was pretty lazy.
I did the cankle locks.
Oh yes, yeah. I never got into the leg lock game. It was before my time.
No, so I just did it for 3 months, and then my kids, the gym my kids go to, their head coach is a UFC fighter, and they have some great trainers there training little kids, like their Muay Thai coach is amazing. They just started doing Muay Thai, so my son's been doing it 4 years, and he just turned 10. My daughter's been doing it for 3 years, and she just turned 9. So
that's my greatest regret. I never learned a kick. I kick like shit. I kick like a 8-year-old ballerina.
well, I mean, you're so tall, though. I mean,
I know
a shitty kick for you is still a head kick.
Yeah, or push kick. I took one kickboxing class when I was older, and I don't know, I didn't vibe with it.
Kickboxing is a lot of fun. I took their 1 week course, but yeah, so I did it for 3 months, and then I tore my rotator cuff because I had a big mouth.
Yeah, I boxed my whole youth. My brother was a California Tough Man champion, and my dad was a boxer too.
Nice. I was just having this conversation with some other guys too, not gun topic, but do you still take a punch? Can you really take a punch? And there's always a question as you get older. When I was a kid, I had a head like a rock.
Yeah,
Someone could hit me and no big
oh,
deal.
me too. Yeah, but you never know now.
Now it's
a little
been
bit weaker.
15 years since I've taken a blow to the head.
Oh, it's been like 6 months for me.
Oh, and that was just your wife.
A lot of bars.
Oh, let's see. Too bad all these awesome guns are prohibited in California. That's
Yeah,
why
that sucks. That sucks. What are you gonna do though?
I couldn't wait to get out of California.
Yeah, I can't imagine living there anymore just because I was so free. I was so free and so cheap, and I like space. So
yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. That's coming up. Extreme Racer. I just ordered a Legion
spinning back kick, amazing.
RXP slide.
Oh no, I just figured out how to look at the comments finally.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that macro seems to be the new gun everyone's in love with this week.
Yeah, this week. It'll always be something else. It's a little, I mean, I don't know. I'm so picky when it comes to carry guns. I'm like, I don't know, mission specific, I guess,
Right.
I like to have a if I'm going to carry compact gun, I usually carry the C2 because, I mean, if you're going to carry compact gun, you might as well carry a gun you can really throw down some lead with. If I carry a small gun, I usually carry the Shield Plus Performance right now or the Spectre.
I like that gun a lot. Mine,
dude, I love it.
Hellcat Pro in the summertime. It's a little bit thinner and lighter. And then XDM Elite 9, both with Trijicon sights on it. So
nice. I like to carry 1911 sometime, but I don't have like one I don't know, jonesing over right now. I got a Wilson in I put an order in for a Wilson Combat Commander for a Vickers. I've been wanting one of those forever, but probably like a year.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that video on that 9mm Springfield Armory shoddy, the short little 1911 the other day.
Yeah, I like that gun though.
I know. I was like, I passed by it twice at a gun show. I'm like, eh. And then I watched your video. I was like, shit, I should have bought it.
I got it for really cheap. That's why I picked it up. But I mean, Springfield, I don't like a lot of their stuff, but their 1911s are good to go. I've had 3 or 4 of those, and they're always pretty good. They're good for the money too, the accessories and the features and stuff they come with. Kind of like Kimber, but I would consider like Springfield more reliable.
Oh man, Kimber
be a little iffy.
They will never work with me. I went a little too hard in the paint on one of those videos.
On Kimber?
Yeah.
I took one of Kimber's guns and kind of trashed it myself, but they didn't seem to care. Some people care and some people don't.
They have good customer service. So I bought the Rapide, took it to the range. It was a 10mm Rapide and beautiful gun. Amazing. It looked gorgeous.
I was looking at that, but it looked just a little too like
it doesn't
to me.
It doesn't shoot for shit.
Yeah.
So I got it. It went through half a mag. Then it was a shoot, stick. So I took it apart, cleaned it, oiled the heck out of it. And I broke it in. I did 200 rounds of 10mm, which is not cheap.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
And it just sucked the whole time. So I called Kimber. They had it back to me in like 5 days. Really impressive. And then it worked.
That's pretty cool. If I say I'm the Honest Outlaw, they get back to me pretty quick, I've noticed. But if I say I'm Chris Randall, then you never know,
Yeah, nobody knows who I am. So I'm like, I'm just some schmo. That's a true test of their customer service. Mike Lewis says, pick up an AP5. Your thoughts on it?
I don't know at the moment. I was looking at somebody said Canic for the win. Man, Canic's hard to beat right now.
AP5, I like that.
I'm trying. My mind's escaping. What is the AP5?
AP5, I believe, is the AP5 is from not Palmetto State Armory. It's from, is it PSA? It's like an MP5 clone.
Oh, I have the ZF5 right now from Zenith. That's pretty good. The AP5 is probably the Sentry Arms, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Sentry.
I haven't tried it yet. I have really bad luck with Sentry Arm stuff. Like really bad. So I try to stay away from that.
I appreciate the accolades. Open invite to both of you. Don't tell me that because Dan, the firearm guy, told me that. Now I already have a trip to Michigan planned. And when someone
is that where VSO's from? Michigan?
VSO, no. Is he from Michigan? He's from Ohio.
Oh, well, yeah, I've never been to Ohio, believe it or
Close
not.
enough.
The only states I've never been to.
I'll show up and clean out your refrigerator. Don't mess around.
I hear Ohio's cool though. It's probably about the same weather as here.
It's too cold. I have some relatives up there. I spent a winter, a couple weeks. It's unbearable cold. I don't like
In
snow.
Ohio?
Yeah, I don't like the snow.
Is that for real? You baby. You should come.
I'm from California, man.
Oh, man, I did a winter in Mobridge, South Dakota. That's the coldest I've ever been.
It was funny. I was telling someone this the other day. Wow. In California, if it rained on a Friday night, no one left their house. They're like, I'm not going out to the club. It's raining outside.
Yeah. Well, LA in particular has some of the best weather, but worse.
Yeah. Paul H says, what are you ranked in IDPA and USPSA?
Oh, nothing right now. A class usually, though.
So did you grow up with guns, like in the house?
Yeah. Yep.
And then
I grew up shooting rabbits out on a farm.
When did you get like really into it where you're like, all right, you got more than like 20 and you're like,
I have always had more than 20 guns because my dad had more than 20. my grandpa served in World War II, and my dad, he grew up on a farm as well. So they were very formidable with their guns. They could shoot very well. My grandpa used to do trick shots, and shooting's just been a part of my life. I got a BB gun when I was like 5. I got a paintball gun when I was like 10, 22s and shotguns by then. Yeah, I can't even honestly remember. I know the first gun I bought for myself was a Jericho 40 cal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I gave my dad money to buy it for me.
Very cool. You know, it's funny. I was talking to someone the other day too about especially calibers like 40 cal and 380. Now, let me get your opinion. Since 9mm compacts and subcompacts with high capacity are like the new norm, do you think the 380 is going to fade over time into oblivion?
God, until 380s get smaller, you know. I mean, I don't know. Everything goes back and forth so much. You know, people say, well, 9's going to fade now. The FBI went to 10, and then they go to 40, and then they go back to 9, and then I don't know if I'd be bold enough to say that. I think there's always going to be a place for 380 because it's a reasonably proven caliber. You can get really small guns. Have you seen that LCP Max?
Yeah, I have it. It's a great gun.
10 rounds of 380 and looks like a fucking saltine cracker. It's so small.
What's great about the LCP Max, the new one, is it shoots like a 9mm. It's not as snappy as like a typical 380.
I mean, I don't know. I think there's always going to be space for pocket guns. I think pocket guns were famous in the Old West, and they're still going to be popular today. I know a lot of people carrying a pocket around here, so 380 just works. You know, I don't like that little CW car, but I know so many people who carry that thing, and it just makes sense. You know, double action pistol you can pull out and, you know, use if you have to.
Derek Bias in the chat says, I didn't recognize him without sunglasses. So that's like, so do you have a sunglass sponsor?
No, I don't. I mean,
why not?
Oakley would. I'd appreciate that. I just always wore Oakleys, even when I work trees. So that's what I wear now. And we always film outside. So,
yeah. C6 Ladez, Chris, tell us about the connection you have with the kids' home you always talk about. You're skipping ahead, C6.
Yeah,
but
no, my brother works with them off and on back in the day, and I just thought it was a good way to spend my time. You know, why have a big platform if you're not going to do anything good in your life? So,
100%. And you know that's very admirable too, because you know at first it was recycling or my wife's going to get you. That was funny. And then, the boys' home, and then weren't you doing like a shelter for homeless shelter too, right?
Yeah. We try to promote that in every video, and we do some animal shelter stuff here and then. We plan on doing more. We just try to do something good every once in a while because, I mean, my life kicks so much ass now. I might as well give back. I mean, I shoot guns for a living now. I mean, what a fucking crazy life. So
that is bizarre. That is bizarre. All right. Justin says, would you say that the CR920 sucks? To make me laugh.
It does suck a little, but I don't know. After we got the new barrel, the gun works really well, and it does look pretty good, and it shot all right. I don't know. I get put off by guns who don't work right away generally, but in the same token, they fixed it. They did a good job. People like it. It's the only double stack Glock available, like from the factory, without doing the shield mags. So I think it's going to be popular. And a lot of people who carry Glock 43 are going to go to it for sure.
Yeah, anytime I get a gun, if it doesn't work right away, I won't even put it in the safe. I just get rid of it. Like if it's not 100% reliable, I don't want it.
And maybe sometimes it's just that specific model. Like if I really want a gun to work, maybe I'll buy a second one and just see if that one works really well. Because sample size of one reviews are always going to be a little bit, a little bit off, So you just kind of have to do what you can.
Yeah, I give everything a fair shake. Yeah. Usually, all my reviews is at least 400 or 500 rounds, except that 4570 I just did. That was like 50.
Yeah, you're not doing 400 rounds of that, are you?
No, I couldn't do it if I wanted to, man. I'm calling that gun so the title of my video is the marriage gun because it's expensive. You love it and hate it, and it's painful.
Yeah, so well, I got a few guns like that. I got a few guns that are real expensive to shoot, and then you're, you know what's one of the more expensive guns I've been shooting lately is that fucking Keltec little ray gun thing I have, the P50. It's a 5.7.
You can find 5.7. That's amazing.
Oh my god, yeah, I get it every once in a while when I shoot it. It's like $1 a round, but you can shoot 5.7 so fast, and it's so much fun. We were gonna do a tracer round video for 5.7 because I thought it would be fun.
Yes.
And I found out that the price for $57 for a box of ammunition was only for one round. It was $57 a round. I was like, nah, I think I'll pass on that.
That's bananas. All right. Scott Casson just giving us props. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it. Can you talk about your left index finger placement on your review today? Looked like you were using it. I tell you what, subscribers notice every single thing.
Yeah, man. I was just
your
reading
video.
You were using it at the base.
Looked like you were using it.
I don't know. I guess I've never really looked at it. Maybe. Yeah, I try to fill as much of the grip as humanly possible.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll have to look at it.
Mr. Twisted, planning my escape from California. Yeah, I tell you what, do it as soon as possible. Don't wait. Just do it. Your life will be 1,000 times better. Mine is.
It's hard, though. I understand uprooting your life. I've done that several times.
I packed up my truck, quit my job, moved to Houston.
Yeah.
Then I got a job after I got here because I could not stand it.
Taxes there are outrageous, too.
Yeah.
Everywhere nowadays, but.
Yeah, very true. Brian Johnson says, just picked up his first AR-15. Thanks for the optics review on the Holosun. Nice.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard, man. Yeah, right? And soybeans, bro. All we have is corn, soybeans, cows, and pigs, which I'm cool with because that means there's less people.
I'm sure you did a review of the LCP Max, right?
Oh, no, I haven't done a review, but I do have one. I have.
I've done a review. Feel free to check my channel out.
What's that?
I said I've done a review on that.
Oh, so what do you think of it? Because I shot it a little bit, but I haven't put it on film yet.
I love it. So Ruger sent it to me, and I was like, I don't know if I like it because I have the regular LCP. I never shot. I don't like it. And the LCP Max, it was surprisingly accurate, and it was so much more tame than the regular LCP. I loved it. I think it's a great gun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little comfortable gun to carry for sure. And I mean, if you're skilled enough, you can kind of make it work with a lot of guns. So sometimes it is about what's comfortable to carry, but I always make sure I can hit something, 25 yards away with it if I'm going to carry it. That's why the little credit card gun and shit's a little hard for me to swallow that I've been doing lately.
Dude, that's a very cool gun. They also have that. Fun. They also have that gun. They're releasing that 9mm carbine, the rifle that folds.
Oh yeah, I want one of those. It was in like Modern Warfare back in the day.
They won't. It's not order. I talked to him yesterday. I was like, man, I'll buy it full price. I just want to have it within the first. I just want to be the first week. I just want to get one of those.
So I've noticed that a lot of times instead of doing pre-orders, I'll just wait it out because I've been burned on pre-orders a couple times, and usually I'll just see if somebody's got one on Gunbroker afterward.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. You remember that semi-auto AA-12? Man, I did a video telling people not to invest in that thing, and they still haven't paid people or given them their gun. That's like 5, 6, 7 years ago, I think now.
Oh, wow. That's before I really got into it. I was always a casual gun person. Then I moved here, and I would buy and sell guns, but not too serious. And I started a YouTube channel doing car stuff. No one cared. I did the ammo reviews, and then like overnight in 2 months, I had 10,000 subs. And then it kind of just leveled off because I'm like, I don't want to just do ammo. I want to do other stuff. And then, once you break with that formula, they're like, I don't want to watch you for that. So here's a question from Will. Chris, you're a good shot, but what gun has your wife picked up that she felt surprised her to be the most proficient and accurate using the first time?
Oh, she's an expensive date, man. She likes Atlas Gunworks. That's what she shoots on her regular base. She shoots my Hyperion or the Athena or my Ares. She loves those damn guns. And if not that, Staccato. Like that's as cheap as she goes.
Like the C2?
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I like to shoot a lot of stuff. But
the Staccato C2 is the cheapest she goes?
For like shooting for fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
She's shooting for like defensive stuff. She'll shoot her. I mean, she's really good with ARs. That's what she feels comfortable with. That's what her home defense gun is. She has been shooting ARs for like 3 years now. It's kind of cool too because my wife never shot before she met me, and she got to kind of learn without having to, make up for any training scars or anything like that. So she's getting good really fast.
Nice.
She doesn't have to worry about any bad habits. What was I lifting? Oh, I was actually doing pull-ups and I jacked my lat up. I don't know. I think I when I was tree trimming back in the day, I dislocated 3 of my ribs, and they pop out every once in a while.
Oh man,
I've had a lot of injuries. Tree trimming is dangerous.
Tree trimming is dangerous, man.
Yeah, it is.
And again, if you guys are not a subscriber to Chris's channel, which you have to be a subscriber to Honest Outlaw, the link is in the description of this video. So please click it, subscribe to his channel. He'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. For everybody that came here from my post, subscribe to this gentleman as well. He's a cool guy. So we got pretty lit together at the Gundies. That was fun.
That was bizarre. I got sick as a dog because John Lovell was outside smoking a cigar. And I'm like, I've never smoked a cigar before.
The brown elf guys always bring them and they get me to smoke one.
Oh,
I used to smoke them all the time, but it gives you a little bit of a worse hangover for sure.
Yeah, it does. It does. But that was such a really cool event. I mean, honestly, the range was okay, but the socializing was just incredible. I'll probably never miss that event again. I had a lot.
I wish it wasn't so far out there though, but it
for me it's a couple-hour drive.
Worth it. Yeah. I mean, RPGs and all that's a good time.
Yeah, Jerry Mitchell like shooting that RPG was nuts.
I would gladly watch that once a year.
And then shooting the tank. And did you ride the tank?
Oh yeah, I rode it last year. Yep.
It's
a good time.
That's cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I got a little drunk and pet the giraffe last year too. I don't know if you heard about that.
Did you really?
Yeah. Jared bet me I wouldn't. So male giraffe, no big deal.
That's dangerous. Doesn't he know you're hanging out in Iowa now? You can't even double dog dare you.
And I had food, and he kind of slunk in. He was a little mad when he found I didn't have any food, but he's a cool guy.
What's up says Houston is a great spot if you want to end up on active self-protection.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of fucking donut operator videos from that place.
Dude, there's a lot. There's a lot. And you know what's funny? It's all in just a few sections of Houston. Most of Houston is really every city's like that.
Oh no, I understand that. Yeah, it's all the most compact, areas, generally the most impoverished areas.
But Houston is wild, but Los Angeles is much more wild. Hey, look, I grew up right on the Compton border, and it sucked.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Houston's up there these days. So Chicago too, man.
Yeah,
we got lucky enough to be in Chicago. I mean, I'm never in Chicago, and we just happened to be there when the riots happened. But nothing happened to us. We were fine.
How is a new homestead coming along? So that's something really cool. And I got to tell you, the feeling I got when I bought my first house, where I was just kind of watching it, that last video you guys put up on your Outlaw Life channel, that link is also in the description. Make sure you subscribe to that. But when your wife was talking to you and you were looking out over the water, shit, man, I got fucking teary-eyed too. I was like, damn, the pride you must have knowing that you worked your whole life and you got it, man.
Yeah, we're trying. I'm not gonna pat myself on the back until we have it done. But
so
I'm very
it's
happy.
basically gonna be a giant
happy.
gun room with a house built around it.
Yeah, so I want to do the whole. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a very large range. The reason for the move is to increase our ability to film, basically. I want to have a 700-yard range to allow us to better review the guns. I want to have some training classes there, and I want to have a facility to be able to do that, so it'll be cool. And I also don't want to have to sacrifice videos for weather. So we're trying to figure out a way to film more easily and shoot more easily inside. That way we can put out more content. That's kind of the whole point.
You know,
but also to live on a cool place.
the range I go to, one of the ranges I go to out in Houston called Trinity Armory, they have like a carport that you could fit probably a big Winnebago in.
That's what we're thinking about. Yeah, like
and then it's a concrete slab. It's pretty spacious, but even if it's raining, if it's windy, it doesn't affect you when you're in there.
yeah.
But that'd be really cool. Are you going to build bungalows for all the people that want to come out and just
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
like a barracks?
Right now we might have a guest bedroom. But what I'm really excited about is just having a range that's relatively flat. My house on my range is on now years ago used to be cow pasture, and we never like flattened it, so it's really hard to run on without tripping and falling on your dumb ass. So
VSO has a great question. From one YouTuber to another, editing and photography is the hardest part. What is the biggest challenge having your wife basically run your business for you?
Ooh, well, I would say continually like working on communication, because I've ran businesses for most of my life. So I think it's difficult for me to speak in a loving way sometimes when we're doing business. So I was trying to make sure to be nice, because if you're not nice, that'll get you in some deep shit.
And that's a lonely night for a couple days.
Yeah. Well, we're a really good team though. Ray and I are. We have been we've been together for 13 years now.
Well, it seems like you guys are right on the same wavelength. And I like watching her in your channels too, because it's nice to have not an expert get on there and grab a gun and still shoot that steel at 30, 40 yards. Is pretty nuts.
Yeah. Well, she has a wildly different perspective than me. She's a much smaller, a little less experienced person that kind of thinks about things differently. So we try to have her on there, just because when she wants to, of course, because she doesn't always like to be on there. But we try to have her on there, just to give people a second opinion. Because, my opinion isn't everything. If you're a 5'2" girl, it's probably more likely that you'd want to listen to her.
Yeah, my wife's 5 feet tall, so she's like,
yeah. I mean, I fucking hate small guns, and that's a huge bias, so
yeah,
it's hard for me to get over that.
I don't mind small guns, but not too small.
Yeah,
Like
subcompact is like the smallest I go.
Right. So Wilson Combat SFX9 versus Staccato C2, who wins?
Oh, somebody's gonna get mad at me for this. I like the Wilson so much, but I have to admit I'm a little biased toward the polymer grip of the Staccato for some reason. I feel like I don't know if like polymer flex, or maybe if there's just a little bit of like, it just feels like the Wilson's snappier for some reason. And it's a little bit heavier, and I don't know why. I shoot the C2 just at a way faster cadence for some reason. So I like it better for that. But both of them are extremely reliable and extremely accurate. So it's hard to, but now Nick, from PewView, he likes the Wilson better. So I think personal preference.
All right. Tommy McMahon says, hey, Chris, any chance you would ever give your impression of the Beretta Cx4 Storm? Didn't you already do that one?
So the Storm, the Cx4 Storm is the PCC, right? Isn't that correct? The PX4.
Yeah, because the PX4 is that pistol.
Yeah, so the CX4, I'm actually trying to get one now. If that's the PCC,
I've had one. They're okay.
Yeah, but I wanted the FDE version because I think that looks cool. I almost bought one day and I didn't, so I've been looking for an FDE one for some time. But when I find one, I will. And yes, I want the Phantom so bad because I don't have one. Damn it! I want one. Right. I've been looking for those too.
Have you ever seen Joe Rogan kick his dick? Yes. All right. Let's see. Let's find another question. Your carry gun again for everyone arriving late?
I have like 5 or 6 that I like to carry, but lately it's the Shield Plus Performance P365 or the Staccato C2 has been my Aries lately, but I can't mention that without people getting mad. It's a very expensive gun, but
Chris, you can definitely outshoot, especially at 25 yards, but maybe my old butt has a good spar roll left for YouTube. I tried to put the most realistic Dickens drill out there. Check it out.
Oh,
my Dickens drill was 2 shots. I hit it twice.
Oh, yeah. I hit it a couple times. I don't know. I think I maybe missed one.
Yeah, you missed one. Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I watched your videos, and I think I was giving you shit at the Gundies, too. I'm like, so you edit those dings in? Because you're not shooting at 100 yards. I think that was my first comment to you.
Yeah.
And I try to do it, man, and I'm still I'm a work in progress, but I'm backing up now to about 50, 60 yards, and it's tough, man. Jesus.
It's it's more practical than people give it credit, because if you can shoot at those distances, then you can start to work on recoil control without sacrificing your accuracy. You know what I mean? Like if you can consistently speed up your cadence at 100 yards, that means you can shoot a credit card size object at close range really quickly as well. I just like challenging myself, and it's fun.
Yeah, 60 yards is about my max where I'm
60 yards is way good. I mean, I've shot a lot of police officers can't do that.
Oh man, I've seen some police officers shoot, and that's not saying a whole lot.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I love those guys, but they need better training, hands down.
You want to see something funny? When we were at the Gundy's the year before last, I shot against Christian Saylor. He's the 3-time USPSA national champion. Yeah, he smoked me like I wasn't even there. That guy is the fastest dude I've ever seen shoot. I didn't even think that was possible. Good on him.
Dustin Witt, what part of Virginia are you coming to? I was going to go out there with the Guns Out guys because they're doing something with the XL gym or XL shooting range, but I can't make it. My work is too hectic right now. But
is that the new shooting range gym thing everybody's talking about?
Yeah, it's like a $6 million deal, but I don't know if I want to work out and shoot guns in the same day.
Yeah.
That's a long day.
I do that, but I usually in the morning and the afternoon. I can't do it right in a row. I feel like I'd shoot like shit. I'm too old.
Well, for you too, it's just in your backyard, right?
Yep.
Oh man.
Walk right out there.
Dream. That is the dream. So how far? So let's talk about the new range. And again, if you guys don't know, Chris has a second channel now called the Outlaw Life. The link is in the description of this video. Make sure you click it, like, and subscribe to that channel also. I'm sure he'd greatly appreciate it. So you're designing the house now. How far is it going to be from the range? Is it going to be like a hike to the range, or?
Yeah. It's going to be like I think it's going to be like an 1/8 of a mile, like walk or something like that. We'll have like a little driveway out there as well, because it's only going to be one driveway to the whole property. So it'll the range will be all the way in the back and the house is toward the front. Oh,
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then the house is going to be on top of the hill. The house I literally barely have anything to do with. My wife's pretty much designing it. That's her reward for putting up with my ass.
Yeah.
I'm worried about.
Yeah. So my next question is there fish in that pond?
Oh yeah. The geese, and we saw 26 deer there in the 2 times we were there.
Holy smoke!
Very happy about that.
That is awesome.
Yeah, Iowa deer are big too.
That sounds delicious. I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah, it will be a gator drive, that's for sure. I've never had a gator. I want one. I used to drive them back in the day when I used to do community service at the golf course.
Right. Defense Dad says, Honest Outlaw almost cost me $1,200 for a Valcourson. I can never pronounce that.
Valcourson?
Yeah, that one. Black Mamba, but my buddy got one, so I just shoot his.
I thought those were bullshit for so many years until my buddy convinced me to buy one, and I loved it so much. You know what I use mine for? I have a 5.56 suppressor on it, and I shoot squirrels out, or not squirrels, but rats out my kitchen window when they fuck with the bird feeder.
That's hilarious.
All right, I can hit rats with those things at like 25 yards.
Oh, nice. All right, so Paul Randolph, question: I've shot a P320C, a P365. Interested in a P320X compact to start shooting with the Holosun 507C and carry outside the waistband. Any opinions?
If you like the 320, the X compact was a good gun. I think I had 3 or 4 issues with it out of 1,000, something like that. But I like the X carry grip. And if you like it, that's what's important. I mean, if you buy one and it feels good and you shoot it well and it's reliable, then go nuts. SIG's got good customer service and they have good accessories and they're a proven company.
Yeah, like when people ask me what gun they should buy, especially like for a wife or a girlfriend, I'm like, well, you just go rent a whole bunch, let her shoot all of them, and let her pick it.
Because you never know, Beretta's a good gun, Glock's a good gun, SIG's a good gun, and you never know until you shoot them which one you like. I mean, I'm a fucking 1911 guy, so I can't.
Me too. I love them. I love 1911s. There's something when you pick it up and you just feel the history of that gun, and it hasn't really changed a whole lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily they have a little bit, because if you ever shot one of the old school GI ones, they
The
can
plain
be,
Jane ones, yeah.
yeah, they can be picky and a little hard to use. Those nub sights are a
And
little,
they rattle like you can't believe,
yeah,
man.
but they are what they are.
They're not exactly tight.
Yeah, yeah. But they I think a lot of ways they did that. The triggers are super heavy, so they have all that sear engagement. And, a lot of it's just for durability, reliability.
There's a good question. This is something I wondered too. Chris, how far away are those grain bins in the distance on your
2
Ranger?
miles. Those things are 350 feet tall.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome to Iowa. Yeah, everybody thinks I'm gonna hit them. I was like, good luck. If I aim 60 feet in the air, maybe.
Yeah, right.
You know what the drop is? I think what the drop is on a 9mm 500 yards is like 35 feet or something.
Yeah, they dump pretty quick. My daughter only watches if Mrs. Outlaw is shooting. Yeah. Like my wife, same thing. Like when I met you at the Gundy's, I was like, hey, I met Chris. She goes, who's that? The guy that has a short wife. She goes, oh, invite him. I go, what about Chris? She goes, oh no, invite his wife to come hang out in Houston when they're in Houston. I'm like, what about him? She, yeah, I guess he could come too.
But that's what we want, like that's what my wife and I talk about. Samuel Colt made all men equal. So some people need guns more than others. So, I mean, I think all girls should carry. Be a lot less problems.
On body.
Absolutely. Yeah. The purse is a bit of an issue just because it could get taken from you much more easily. But
100%.
I'm also a big fan of doing what you're going to do. If it comes down to put it in the purse or put it at home, if it's got to be, it's got to be.
VSO with another good question. Do you think the 365 XL offers drastically more than the standard 365?
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what feet per second you get. What do you get? 70 more feet? Then you get a little more grip, 2 more rounds. I mean, if you break it down, what situation is that going to help you in? Might give you more accuracy, a little more recoil control. I don't know. If it makes you feel better, I think I'd be good with the 365. I just like the Spectre comp because I shoot it so well.
Yeah.
I like those first 3 rounds to hit where they're going, hit where I want them to go.
What was that Beretta you were shooting? It had like a bunch of work done to it. Was it the Storm? Was like the Beretta Storm?
Oh, yeah, the Langdon.
Langdon Tactical. Now, that's a company that does stuff to guns, right? You send it out, trigger work and all that.
Yep. Yeah, they're like a custom shop kind of. They do M9s. Ernest Langdon is one of the best shots in the world. He's a pretty big deal. He's a Mr. Beretta. Yeah, the Beretta. You shoot the M9 a lot?
No, not really.
If you ever have, and then you shoot a Langdon, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I like the M9, but it's like if you get a Langdon, you basically put a 2011 trigger in your M9.
Oh, okay, nice. He does a lot of CZ stuff, doesn't he?
I think he does Beretta, and I think
Beretta. A buddy of mine sent his Beretta 92 there to get a optics cut put in it.
Yeah, he was the first one to do those. He has to change the internal parts and stuff. My plate from Beretta still hasn't shown up, by the way, for my N9A4. It's been like 6 months.
Fluffy, that's the idea. Me and Dan, the firearm guy. I love that guy. You ever watch his channel?
A little bit. I've seen a couple of them.
Hey there, friends. I love that guy. He's the best.
I've been on
Honest Outlaw, is the whip machine SME really worth buying? That's a question I want to know too, because I really want to get one.
I like it. I like it a lot. My buddy Nick likes it a little more. I like it with the shroud on it. I feel like with the shroud off it, it's so obnoxious. Like it works really, really well. I like muzzle brakes as much as the next guy. I like the Dragon. I generally don't like things that face the ports at you, though, because they just get a little too disorienting to the shooter.
Right.
I don't have any problems with kicking up dust and maybe a little extra noise if I in the right situation. You don't want to do that at a training class and stuff, and probably don't want to do that in real life if you have like a duty carbine. But a fun gun, a brake's great, but that might be a little much. But it is cool that you can put a shroud on it, because if you put the shroud on it, it's not like suppressor quiet, but it's really, really good.
It's directional, right? Away from you.
You could shoot that outside without hearing damage. You wouldn't want to do it a lot, but
nice. Dale just subscribed to your channels. Nice.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Dale.
We found one person. Man, we found someone that hasn't subscribed to your channel yet. Let's see. Question, Brian Johnson. Chris, I know you hate small guns, but do you have any thoughts on the Mossberg MC2 SC compared to others in the same class?
It's a good gun, I guess. There wasn't anything about it that really blew me away. I think I did the MC1 and I just really wasn't interested in the MC series after that, just because of the ergonomics just didn't blow me away. But I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah. So let's talk about YouTube real quick, because
Okay.
VSO started this whole question thing and got a lot of good questions, guys. I really appreciate it. So
Oh,
YouTube,
okay. I've been paying attention.
like your first video to really kind of kick off, I think was the one where you're like, I hate Glocks, or why Glocks suck.
Oh no, not at all. I did that one as a joke. The first hate video we did was actually for the M&P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The first video I ever did that was huge was the fucking. It's really stupid, but I think it was the 380 comparison. But sorry,
Oh,
I didn't correct you.
I've been trying to go through your library. You got
Oh yeah, I see. We deleted a lot of videos.
See, that's another question, because I'm watching your videos, and if you go back to your first video where it's a comparison video between I think some Glock and shucks.
Oh, it's the Sig 238.
Yeah.
Yep.
But your thumbnails from that point on are all good. Did you have a whole bunch of videos before that where you were like practicing?
No, those were some of the first ones. Yeah, I just came out of the gate swinging, I guess.
It looked like your thumbnails were pretty on point from the get-go. The content is pretty good, obviously.
Yeah, I was always a fan of YouTube, and I've been watching people like Tim from the Military Arms Channel and Mike from Mr. Guns and Gear and all those guys for so long. And I just kind of knew what I was doing when I got into it, I guess, just because those guys already kind of paved the way.
Yeah, I like Mr. Guns and Gear. It's a good channel.
He's a really cool guy. You've met him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets some shit from some douchebags sometimes, but that guy's awesome. He's been way nice to me ever since I was like a very small channel.
Oh, I just met him in passing. He seemed nice, but he was talking to a bunch of people. I didn't want to bother him.
He's giving me a lot of advice. He's a cool guy. Tim is too.
Yeah, I really am a big fan of like Mr. Big Kid. I think he has good stuff.
I haven't met him.
He's a cool dude. He is very cool. Then a Tactical Toolbox.
He's cool. Yeah, he's a fun guy too.
He's nuts. He's got this business down.
Yeah.
I told him he needs to do a program for YouTubers on how to do it, because even me, I don't know what to do, man. Like I'm struggling. I'm trying to do affiliate stuff now, and everyone's telling me I should do this and that.
I don't have that stuff down either. A Tactical Toolbox. And maybe I'm wrong here, but he kind of strikes me as a guy who's more of a YouTuber than a gun guy, and got into guns during the process. Whereas I'm more of a gun guy that's trying to learn how to be a YouTuber. So can learn a lot from that guy.
And I'm a regular person trying to be a YouTuber and gun guy. I'm trying to learn both.
Oh yeah, well you'll get it down. It's just persistence, Like that's the only difference. You just have to, if you want to be a good YouTuber, all you have to do is just upload a couple times a week, every week, all the time, and make it always good. It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's that whole Mr. Beast philosophy. Just make the best video you can make, and everything else will fall into place.
That's right. Yeah, I think all my videos are shit, and people, I guess, seem to like them. So,
no, they're good stuff. So, do you have your shooting range designed out in your head, like what it's going to look like?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I want to.
You've been thinking about this for a minute, right?
Yeah, I just had to try to come up with the funding to do it. Luckily, again, some of my buddies are going to help me out with some of the excavating and stuff, because I want to dig it into the ground. I want it to kind of look like, I want the banks to kind of look like, you ever watch T-Rex Arms?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want it to look a little bit like that. I'm going to model a little bit off his berms, because I like how wide and open it is and how able he is to kind of just do whatever scenario he likes. I mean, it's going to look different because I'm going to dig it into the ground. But yeah, I want it dug into the ground enough to where it covers at least three sides. So we can do a lot of side-to-side movement and stuff like that.
Then we're going to turn into like a big mud pit.
No, we're gonna angle it so it washes out. There's a creek at the bottom of it, and we'll have a washout.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But we're gonna fill most of it with gravel, and we're actually gonna have, I think, some AstroTurf for some of it, for like super runny, fast USPSA stuff. We're gonna have a bunch of targets lined up, and then we're going to have shooting positions at like 300, 500, and 700, I think.
That's bananas. I'm still gonna work on my stuff. Let's check the chat.
YouTube's definitely a job, but it's not a hard job. It's not like being a mechanic or, you know.
Yeah.
But I used to do concrete. I used to pour hog pits when I was younger, and that's the hardest job I ever had. Anybody who does that's a badass.
Yeah, I did power washing for a little bit, and that sucks. I couldn't imagine trying to do tree trimming though.
Well, tree trimming kind of played to my strengths because I like heights and I like to rappel and stuff like that. So it's like having fun for free.
Yeah,
For it. It's hard. Yeah, dude. VSO. I hate listening to my own voice. So it's hard.
Yeah,
to
I just don't like my I don't like my videos. I always think it could be better.
Yeah, me too. Because there's a point to where you have to like try not to. You have to try not to get too perfectionist because you have to get it out. But in the same token, to like find the happy medium.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see.
We found out that we have like a different audience on a lot of our videos. So like we have a different amount of people who watch like the thousands. Some people watch like the first shots. They like the non-edited, format. So we tried to do 3 different types of videos with 3 different types of formats, kind of make everyone happy.
Well, I'm not saying it, but I notice a lot of YouTubers are, especially gun tubers, are trying to get more Call of Duty generation-ish with some of their videos. And it's cool.
A lot of hits now.
But I'm kind of a purist, I like channels like yours has a lot of humor.
Sure.
A couple of dick jokes. It's always good.
Some of that's accidental because that's just how we are.
Yeah, but it's great. It's great. And I like your videos just because it's real. And what was it? You did some kind of Angst Arms.
Oh crap! Oh my god, the MDP9.
Yeah, you tore it to shit, and it was a horrible gun.
I was so pissed. Well, sometimes it's hard to hide that. People are like, you should be more professional, but you wait for 3 years for a $3,000 gun, and it just totally chokes. Like I would have been that mad if it wasn't filmed or not. I mean, I bought that gun. If you buy a $3,000 gun, it doesn't work, you'd be mad too. I mean, how it goes. The charging handle falls off, pieces are falling apart.
Yeah, when the charging handle fell off, I was like,
what is this mess?
What is this piece of junk, man?
And then you can get the JP5. You can get like a base model JP5 for that. And the JP5 is like the fucking best. Like, I mean, I have no affiliation with JP, but they're like the best. I mean, they're crazy good. So is the MPX and so is the TR9. And all of them are the same price as the Agistan.
Yeah. Did you you don't do a lot of AK stuff? I don't know. When I was going through your vids, I didn't see a whole lot of AK stuff.
Yeah, I do it. I do it for the fans. I'm not an AK fan. I understand that they're a good gun. I do. Don't get me wrong. They're one of the most sold, amazing, awesome guns throughout all of history. I've never liked them. I've never liked the ergonomics. I don't like having to do the left side. I mean, I can use them, but for fun. I just prefer not.
A gun you would probably dig is the AKV9 from PSA, the 9mm. That gun is a blast.
I like the SIG 5.56 too. That's about as AK as I get.
Yeah, I just got into AKs because I went to an event here called Kalishnikov. It's run by the same guys that do Kalash Bash, which is a huge AK event coming up. And it's AK people are different. It's an eclectic group of people.
Yeah, to me, it's kind of honestly, it's a little bit of a size issue is really what it is. The stocks are too small. The grips are too small. The gun's a little too front heavy for my taste. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's all personal preference. The gun's obviously a good gun.
The hate mail is inbound as we speak. The hate mail is inbound as we speak.
Oh, they can hate me. I'm fine with that. The SIG guys can hate me.
Yes, I like, sometimes you post some of that stuff and people, you're always going to upset somebody.
Oh, how dare you, VSO. I love that gun. I even had 2 malfunctions out of 100 and I forgave it because it looks so good.
All right, let's see. Film, edit, publish. Defense Dad gets frustrated with his videos. Right. Let's see. I know.
Well, people want your opinion, but they don't want your opinion. They want your opinion as long as it agrees with theirs, generally.
The SIG 5.56 is a terrible gun. I didn't want to say nothing, but I'm not really a big fan of that gun either.
Oh, it's heavy. It's cumbersome. It's ridiculous. It's completely phased out. You can't get parts for it. It'd be an awful place, but I love it.
Like I love Springfield, but I did a video. My buddy bought their Saint. Ah, it was the worst. It was the worst AR.
Yeah,
Lots
I
of
don't know.
jams.
Springfield and I don't get along at all. They get on my fucking nerves because usually their best guns are copies of other people's guns, or just they literally just license them, or when they're not doing that, they're trying to put a bunch of small time FFLs out of business.
Oh, come on. They apologize for that. Come on.
Me too. I apologize for saying it right now. Sorry.
I dig them, man. I dig them. So C6 Ladez says, gotta ask.
Well, when I review their products, I still stay unbiased because I understand that they are good. I mean, like the Hellcat Pro, I love that gun. It was a good gun.
It's a great gun. I like it.
Springfield 1911. When you do a review, you try to review it in the shoes of somebody who's looking to buy it that doesn't have, you know what I mean? Like doesn't have your.
Well, let me ask you another question. Have you ever went really hard in the paint on a gun review and then kind of regretted it later? Like shit, maybe
Absolutely. I went. Yeah. When they contact you afterward and they threaten to.
Or not even contact you. Have you ever just done one and you're like,
oh, like I was too hard on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Especially on the first shots, because the first shots are like in the moment and you don't have an opportunity to like collect yourself. And the first 100 rounds can go, because some guns have a break-in period, some don't, So sometimes things get said in the first shots that I kind of wish I could take back. And that's usually why sometimes the 1,000-round reviews turn out differently. Yeah,
you don't strike me as someone that has a very thick filter.
No, I have no filter. Yeah, I swear every 10 words. And
this gun's a fucking piece of shit.
Like, right. Oh, man.
Tell me how you feel there, Chris.
Yeah. Let me know how you really feel.
C6 Ladez has a question. Got to ask, what about the Masterpiece Arms Ds9?
Oh, yeah. I think I was looking into that. I don't have any experience with that yet, though. That looked cool. One. Is that 2011?
I don't know if we can call it a 2011. It's a double stack 1911. Yes.
Oh yeah. Because
staccato.
Because they're suing people now, right?
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So this gentleman in the chat had one. I shot it next to all the staccatos, and he has the Parrot, Checkmate, all the staccatos. We shot this one, and it blew him away. And I was like, "Holy shit!
How dare you?" Because now I have to buy it. Do you know how I work?
Well, so he's on his third, and he just ordered. They have a race gun version that he just ordered, and they're not cheap guns, man. They're $3,500.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, it's usually to get into a good 2011, you got to pay 2 and up, and it's usually 4 and up, and man, it hurts. But once you shoot them, you're like, I've been trying to find a fucking Terran Tactical John Wick Alpha for I don't know how long. And the cheapest I've been able to find that thing is like, $7,500. I just can't pay that. It'd be cool to do a bunch of John Wick videos and then sell it is kind of the whole idea, because they're super collected. Like honestly, kind of just beat the crap out of it, see if it's actually really good. Because that's usually what we do. When I tell the price of the gun, people are like, how can you afford that? Well, the answer is because we sell it afterward. And we have like a gun fund, like recoup the cost,
Yeah, I sell a few guns just to. I mean, if my wife knew how much money I spent on YouTube, she'd kill me.
I saw the Humble Marksman's video on it now that I think about it. Sorry, I saw another comment. Yeah, he did do one. That looked cool.
So I'm on StreamYard, and StreamYard sometimes will filter out regular comments. And there's a delay, so you see them probably a little bit quicker than me.
Oh, okay.
AK, either you like it or hate them. I never was an AK person until I shot one. I like, it's pretty cool. I mean, I appreciate it. Is it as fun as like a regular AR and accurate? For me, no.
Yeah.
But I've been able to shoot out here with Clyco 47, who's an AK guru. Right. I don't know if you met Clay. He was at the Gundies. But
or maybe I did.
He's a guru when it comes to AKs, and man, you talk to him for 5 minutes, and I was ordering it on my phone from PSA.
Well, there's so many pros to an AK platform, which is why they still exist. They're simple, they're easy to use, they're durable, they're reliable. Like they're
easy to work on.
Great caliber. The 545, in my opinion, is even better. But it's just for my purposes. Do I need a gun that I can drag through the mud for 3 weeks? Not really. I mean, it's not like I don't have AKs. I have 3 of them.
Right. But it's fun. It's a cool platform. The ammo used to be very inexpensive.
Yeah.
But I like it, man. I dig it.
I,
I got
I
two or
like
three
them.
now.
I like to look at them more so than shoot them. My favorite AK is my Kalishnikov Kp9. I think that's what it is, the 9mm Kalishnikov USA.
SA-35 was hot. Now you don't hear about it anymore. I shot a couple hundred rounds through one. It was okay.
Is that the high power?
High power clone.
Yeah. Well, well, they killed. I mean, that thing dudded out of the water when FN decided to bring their own out. I mean, what terrible timing! If Springfield would have done that 2 years ago, they'd have sold 100,000 of those things.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and I think another big fan of
When
Springfield.
Gerson came out with theirs right at the same time, it's like $500.
The Gershon, man, they make very good economical budget guns.
It's hard. God, it's hard because every time I've got one lately, they've worked really well, and I don't want to seem like I'm, overly biased toward them. But by comparison to Taurus in particular, they're an extremely quality gun. I mean, if you're going budget, like cheap guns that are steel framed or metal frame guns,
right?
I really like Rock Island, and I've really been digging Gerson lately. They have some crazy. I saw 704 Tactical just put out a Gerson high power video, and it looked really cool. I want to try that one out.
Para Ordnance, what ahead of his time with a double stack 1911. I have one. I had
Nick's got one. Yeah, I shot one 2 weeks ago.
Man, speaking of Mr. Big Kid, look at this guy. What's up?
What's up, man?
Very cool, dude. Chris, are you going to get into the live streams?
I don't know. I usually do other people's. I don't like to do them on my channel because I don't know. I just don't, I guess.
Well, you'll probably have several people
with 1776.
You're going to have a bunch of people hit you up now. Once you start one, everyone's going to want you to do it.
I'm supposed to do one with Kitabus from Instagram too. She's a competitive shooter. She can outshoot me. I just fucking forgot till right now. You agree to so many things and they get pushed back or they get rescheduled and then you kind of lose track. I like doing them. I like talking to different people because everybody knows something that you don't know.
Yeah, that's like when I had Jared on. Like you said before, people only see him with bad news. It's nice to see the side of him where he's
a fun guy,
smiling. Like we've seen him in person and talked to him, and we know him. But if you only see him on there, it's like, God, this guy really must be depressed. I'm like, no, he's a funny.
He's a fucking barrel of fun. Yeah, he's my favorite drinking buddy as far as like all the events, everything goes. He's my favorite person to drink with for sure. I love Jared.
He's so funny.
He's a good friend too.
You guys did that shoot house together, right?
We did. In fact. Yeah, we didn't even get shot. We got 4 guys. Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. Those guys in there were supposed to be pretty good.
I don't know. I think Jared got them all. I shot Jared in the sweatshirt. There was a dude that came behind him, and I put my barrel right over his shoulder, and I just barely shot the simunition round right through the hood of his sweatshirt and hit the other guy. And then, I guess it didn't. I guess part of the bullet was still in there because we still have it. So yeah, technically I shot Jared. So my bad, Jared.
That's all right. He forgives you.
Maybe he does. I don't know. He doesn't forgive me for all those shots at Jameson, though, I bet.
True Shot Gun Club. What's going on, guys? Are you guys going to IV88? Yes.
I don't know. I've never been there. True Shot's awesome.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You should
I've
go.
met the guys from True Shot twice now. Once at the Gundies and once at the Brownells event. They're cool guys.
I finally got to shoot with him and Mr. Big Kid, some of those guys out in Arizona when I was driving through. And then as soon as we unloaded the guns, this dust storm from hell came, and I had dust in every gun I own, and it was so gross, man. It was just, I don't know how they shoot out there.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I'm not a desert guy myself. I don't. I mean, I have red hair, so as soon as I go to Vegas or Texas, I start dying. And if I'm there for like 5 days, I'll die. I'll just shrivel up and die.
Yeah. If you got a chance to go to IV88, man, I mean, do it. It's the range time is the most fun range time you'll ever have. It's a blast.
Nice. We did.
Hitchcock goes every year too for about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He shows up all the time.
Slide in, slide out. Yeah. That's a Jerry events too.
He comes for the first couple hours and he's like, deuces, I'm a celebrity. I'm out.
That's what I love about Jerry. I remember when we went to the Gundies, we were walking up the road to the range, and fucking Jerry flying by, standing up on like the front of a gator. He's like 70 years old. He's the man.
Yeah, Mr. Big Kid just moved to Tennessee. So he moved from Arizona to Tennessee. So he's a lot closer.
Oh, I like Tennessee. Tennessee is my wife's favorite state. If it was for her, we'd live there. She
I
loves it.
mentioned in one of your videos, she mentioned that you guys were looking at Tennessee for a while.
She almost convinced me. Almost.
What was the?
There's too many people in Tennessee.
That's bizarre to me.
Well, it's just the real
have...
estate are so expensive too, though. You know, if you want to get 50 some acres to build a giant shooting range on, you have to pay a lot more there than you do here.
Yeah. Chris has a question. What do you think of the Rock River Arms LR15?
I think I had one years ago, and it's kind of a cool gun. I have a lot of Rock River lowers, but Rock River did some nefarious shit too, I believe. But I don't know. They seem all right. If I was going like budget, like AR, no question for myself, I would go Radical Firearms, Palmetto, or M&P.
So I have a Radical Firearms, and I had the opportunity to go because they're local. They're just down the street from
I was really impressed. I've had 2 of their guns, but I've heard people have had some issues, but I haven't.
Before QC was an issue a couple years ago, and they're still in rotation, but I went on a tour of the facility. I did a video. It was great. And then I bought one of their guns. I just ran from the case to the range, 15 magazines, no problems at all.
Nice. Yeah, we did a full 1,000 on one of them, and then like 500 or 600 or something on another one, I believe. And no issues, and not even right out of the box, which I was really happy about. Because sometimes, you know, with cheaper ARs, you got to go through that first Hyundai.
Yeah. C6 says, I'm happy to bring my DS9s up to your range and let you try it out. He just wants to go shoot at your range. And he's dead.
Too many people make it up here, sadly.
He's dead serious.
What?
I'm telling you, he's dead serious.
No, a lot of people. We've had a couple people. I think Jared's going to be up here. Are you going to do the CMMG thing? I thought about doing that in Missouri. I got to go in like 5 minutes. So I was going to ask you.
Maybe.
I'm thinking about doing it just because it's only like 4 hours away.
All right,
let's see. They had machine guns. So
let's check the chat. No, now you have to go.
So he lives in Georgia, like near John Lovell, right?
Yeah, he lives in North Georgia.
Okay.
So trust me, it's a great event. It's so much fun.
I told John that I survived that shoot house because of him. I watched a lot of CQB videos. Yeah. That's a bad little man.
Well, hey, man, I don't want to keep you too much longer. Everyone in the chat, if you're not a subscriber to Honest Outlaw and Outlaw Life, both of those links are in the description of this video. He would greatly appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to those channels. And if you're not a subscriber to mine, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely go. I tried to search for you today, and even though I'm subscribed to you, your name didn't come up the first time. Gotta love that, huh?
Well, if you search for Smash Time, it's like a dance group comes up.
Yeah, that's
Smash Time Production, which is hilarious. If you want to laugh, watch those videos. Those girls get down, and their moms get out there.
Oh my
all
God,
400 pounds of them.
I found out like a year after I started my channel that there's an Honest Outlaw coffee company or something, or beard trimming coffee or something, and I've got like a big beard, so it was awfully coincidental. But
yeah, that's hilarious. Well, again, in the chat, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for asking such good questions. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks everyone for showing up, man. I should do these more. If you guys are into them, I'll do some more of them. Yeah,
they are, because just like you said with Jared, they see Honest Outlaw, goof around a little bit with the wife, but they don't, everyone, now that you have, this is like a trap a lot of small YouTubers fall in. They want to start doing vlogs with no audience. But now that you're already there and you're pushing like, I don't know how many millions of views a month, like 3, 4, 5 million views. I mean, you have such a good audience. They want to know more about you. They want to see different sides of you. That's why I'm positive your Outlaw Life channel is going to take off, especially if you start with your house build. I mean, like people love that stuff.
And I don't know. I'm so Ron Swanson. That's my wife's thing. I'm like, yeah, my business is my business, but my wife loves it. So.
That's awesome.
I just like to educate people. That's my thing, I guess. I feel like back in the day, I got burnt on so many firearm purchases. I just try to make sure that, people get the thing they want to get. without.
Yeah, I don't think Keltec will ever send me anything. I went pretty hard against that sub 2000. I hated it. I paid top dollar for it.
Fucking dude, the Keltec guys, man, they have some fans, and Keltec's very innovative. In the sub 2000, the cool gun, it breaks in half. I get it, but I don't need a fucking gun that breaks in half. I need a gun that just shoots okay and doesn't malfunction.
Doesn't break in half with the red dot.
Right. Yeah, right.
Red dots.
Your shitty Keltec iron sights or that offset dot mount crazy thing.
Anyway, I don't want to.
That's all right, man. We'll have to do this again. I'll shit on some more guns.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Chris, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you.